Hi everyone, I'm glad you were able to find this page on Google Classroom. The purpose of this video is just going to be to break everything down, give you all the instructions and everything that you're going to need for the next 2 weeks up until April 10th. So you can just watch it through once now to get all the information, and then if you need to go back later, I'm going to leave the video up, so if you want to go back and get specific instructions for an assignment, you can just re-watch that part of it. So first I just want to say I hope everyone had a relaxing spring break despite the coronavirus and all the crazy stuff that's going on right now. And also thank you for your flexibility. I know it's wild that we were in school one day and now we are online / doing distance learning through packets. So thank you for your flexibility with that, and also thank you for your patience. I know right now it's Monday evening when I'm posting this instead of Monday morning, but I spent today trying to get everything ready so that it would be the most simple and straightforward process for the students and for the parents, so that, you know, everything's all in one place and it's easy for you. So thank you again for your patience and flexibility. This is new to me, just like it's new to you. So let me show you first our Google Classroom that I created. So here it says ELA Reading Quarter 4. You can see that I've posted 3 assignments on here, and I'm going to go through and explain these to you. But basically, these 3 assignments are the only things that you're going to have to do between now and April 10th, which is a Friday. And I'm hoping that you'll be able to get them done by 4 p.m., like the end of the school day on April 10th. But again, if there's any issue at all, and you have any question about anything at all, you can email me. My email is kaybc@gm.sbac.edu. I promise you there's no stupid question, there's no insignificant question. If it's something that I can answer, I will answer it. If it's something that I can't answer, I will find out the answer for you and get back to you. I know this has been a pretty stressful and crazy time for me as well, so I have been asking a million questions to everyone also. So whatever you need, just let me know, and I'll be here for you during this time. I'm definitely going to be checking my email a bunch between the hours of 8 and 4, so I'll probably respond within minutes. So here are the 3 assignments that we have, and as I was saying, you don't really need to do them all at one time because it's due April 10th. So I really prefer that you would spread it out, maybe do a little bit each day or every other day work on it. Whatever works for you. You're working from home, you have to adapt to your situation, so you need to make it work for you. And it's not required that you use Google Classroom yet. Right now I've started this process just because eventually, after April 10th, the district isn't going to be giving out the assignments anymore. It's going to be the teacher's responsibility. So I just want to kind of streamline the process. This is what we're going to be using after April 10th. So it makes most sense for us to get used to the format now. But if you do not want to do it for the first 2 weeks, you don't have to. But this is probably the easiest way, just because all the assignments are here in one place. You can submit them here, and that way you don't have to go around, you know, doing everything on different websites. You can just do it all in one place. But it is up to you. So first, let me actually show you what the district has sent out for us to use, and then I will show you kind of how I've broken it down into different chunks. So here on the Alachua County Public Schools website, you can see it has this instructional continuity plan. You can click over here, there's a link where it says more information. And so the confusing part about this is that it has parent resources and it has teacher resources, and the packet that students need to complete is actually under teacher resources. So you can click on 8th grade. It will take you here. Once you get there, there's a bunch of folders. So you can see it has 8th grade math, it has history, it has science. What we're looking at for this class is going to be the one that says MJ Language Arts Grade 8. You click on that, and it brings you to this lesson plan, and then it brings you to these files. So you click on the lesson plan, and to be honest, it's quite confusing. It is 11 pages, and it has standards, it has materials, and the questions are kind of weaved in with the lesson plan, so it's not the most student-friendly thing. Even me as a teacher, I was looking through it and I said, this is confusing to me. So you can just print this out and do it from here, but I would recommend that you actually just look at what I put on Google Classroom, because that is a more simplified version of this. So I actually collaborated with some of the other 8th grade English teachers, and Miss Peterkin went ahead and she broke it down into more student-friendly chunks. So you can just ignore this and do what is on the Google Classroom page, because it is exactly the same thing, just broken down into something that looks more like a worksheet than this crazy huge document. So let's go back to the page. If you click on the first assignment, it says Distance Learning Assignment Number 1, Poem. So we're going to click on that, we're going to go to the instructions, And I have the instructions here, but let me open up the actual PDF for you. So here, the first thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to read through the definitions of all the different labels, which are here. And then after you do that, you can go through and read the poem. So I'm not going to lie to you, you probably will need to read it more than once to understand it. You know, it's a poem, so you probably won't understand exactly what it means the first time. You might have to read it through a couple times, and that's okay because you have time to do that. You can underline, you can highlight, you can do whatever you need to do. Also on here, I know in class sometimes we will listen to the audio of something to make it easier. So I put this YouTube video has someone reading the poem to you in kind of fun character voices. So that is helpful. And then also it was featured in Alice in Wonderland, the movie. It's not the exact poem word for word, but it is animated. So if you want to watch that, that might also help you. As long as you're understanding what it means, once you read through that poem, what you can do is go back through and explain why is the walrus a bully, how is the walrus a bully, why is the carpenter assistant, how is he an assistant. So that is your first assignment. And there's a couple ways that you can do this. The first thing that you could do is, and I've outlined it here for you as well, so you could print out these pages and you can just write directly on the PDF. That's fine. If you know how to edit the PDF online, you can do that too. Or if you just want to open up a Google Docs, like over here, you would just go to Docs. You would open one up. You would click blank. You would go ahead and just start typing number 1, walrus, bully, put your explanation. If you want to do that, make your own kind of Word document, that's fine. If you want to write it out on a piece of paper, whatever you need to do. Honestly, I'm not going to be picky because I know that everyone's situations are different. You might have a printer at home, you might not. You might have a lot of computer access, you might not. So whatever works for you, I'm totally fine with that as long as I get the assignment somehow. So let me go back to here. You could do that. Or, yeah, as I said, you could just write it on a piece of paper. That's fine with me too. And then to submit these assignments, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can upload it directly to where this assignment is. You can send me an email with it. Or the other way is that you could bring it on paper to the school. You just need to make sure that my name, Miss K, is labeled and that your name is on there as well. But honestly, I think the easiest thing to do would just be take a picture of your work and send it to me. Because that way I can just look at it and see, okay, you got these questions right, and grade it right like that. But whatever works for you. So that is the first assignment. Let me show you quickly the other 2 assignments. The second one is this article, and this one's probably the easiest of the assignments. What you have to do is read through the article, and then after you read through it, it has these 5 questions for you right here. The questions aren't going to be simple yes or no questions, so make sure that you're reading the whole question, answering the whole question. For example, it says reread paragraph 2, then use evidence from paragraph 6 to identify which types of audience members are described in the scene in paragraph 2. In addition, identify who the victim is. Use evidence from the text to support your response. So that's a pretty big question. You can't just say yes, no, or a couple word answer. You're going to have to fill in that space. So make sure you're answering all the different parts of it. And then also when it says use evidence from the text, that means that you should be supporting your answer with details from up here. So you can say specifically in this paragraph, this is what it said, and this is my answer because of this. So as long as you're explaining your answer, you should be fine there. And same thing with this one. You can answer it the same way, and you can upload it the same way. And let me show you, the last assignment is going to be an essay. So here, let's go to the instructions for this. I have put the prompt here. I will grab that file from my computer. So here we go. It has the narrative essay rubric. So this right here, I know we've talked about what rubrics are in class, but this is going to tell you exactly how it's going to be graded. So before you write your essay and after you've written your essay, you should go through and make sure that you get all of these things in your essay so that you know that you will get a good score on your essay because you know exactly what you're going to be graded on. So in a narrative essay, relate an experience that happened to you, someone that you know or have heard about, and discuss the role of bully, bystander, assistance, reinforcers, victim, and hero in the incident. Use examples from the text beating the bystander effect to support alternatives for actions, behaviors, or other responses that would have or did help stop the bullying incident. So this is the article that you just had to read for the assignment number 2. And now you're going to be writing an essay based on your own experience. It doesn't necessarily have to be you, it can be you, but it could be something that you've seen on a movie, it could be something that your friend told you, something that your cousin told you. As long as it's an instance with bullying, and I'm sure that you have seen one, I'm sure that even in the texts in the movies that we've watched in class, you have seen an example of bullying. You can use something from there as well. And just write an essay. It doesn't have to be a certain format as long as you are, or a certain length, as long as you are meeting these requirements and answering the full question, that's good. And make sure that, again, it says use examples from the text. So I wrote on here, if you're going to use examples from the text, which you have to, it's part of the assignment, you can either paraphrase it, which means you put it in your own words, but you still tell me where it's coming from, or you can cite it, which means that you use quotation marks and you can use their exact words. You don't have to change it at all, but as long as you have it in quotation marks and you're telling me where you got that information from, that will be fine. So I hope that is helpful for you. For this one, for the essay, you can either write it on a piece of paper, same thing, upload it where you can, or you can do like I showed you where you open up your own Google Doc and start typing it. The other essays that we've done in class, we've done on Google Docs, so you should know how to do that already. But if you have questions about how to do that, I'm here for you. So that is it. As I said, these assignments are going to be due on April 10th. After April 10th, you're going to have different assignments. But for now, this is all you are required to do, just 1, 2, and 3 in the next 2 weeks. So please take your time, pace it out. If you have any questions at all, let me know. I'm here for you. And I hope that we can continue learning English sometime soon. Talk to y'all later.